Hello, my wonderful friend. Welcome. It's no accident that you have found this message. Today we're going to talk about Asha. Asha is the highest truth. It's the perfect creator's perfect idea. It's what your spirit has been seeking for. It is a vibration. It is a word. And as we know, vibration holds our world together. And so it's so important what vibration we are holding, because with every beat of our heart we create. My friends, most people don't seek for Asha until their entire life has fallen apart. Their religion has failed them. Their God has failed them. Their politics and their politicians and their society has failed them. Maybe romantic love, a relationship has failed them. They've hit rock bottom, and then they start searching for truth, the highest truth, unmixed. Clarity is what is needed for this time. I want to read you something, and then we're going to dig deep into this. So please stay with me, my friend. You will not be disappointed. By the end of this message, your vibration will be changed and your world will be changed. It says in Matthew, when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. This is talking about the Zoroastrian priest, the Magi. It says also that when Jerusalem heard that the king was born in Bethlehem, that they were troubled. The king and the Jewish people were troubled when they heard the Messiah had come. But my friends, the Zoroastrian priest, the Magi, rejoiced. It goes on to say that when they were come into the home, they saw the young child and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. My friends, the ones that rejoiced, worshipped, and anointed the Christ child were the Magi. Zoroastrian Magi, they teach an all good God that they called the loving Father. And if you'll remember, the Christ, the Messiah, Jesus taught a loving Father and not Jehovah. My friends, he taught a God that didn't hate, war, and kill. He taught a God that was all good, all love, all peace, all joy, all the time, and nothing could change his nature. And the Jewish people crucified him. My friends, in today's Christianity, they've taken the name of Christ, but they are not Christ followers. Christ said to love your neighbor, but a Christian will go to war and they will justify it. They do not follow the teachings of Jesus. Jesus never said that he was an animal sacrifice. He said, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. My friends, there has been a lie pulled over your eyes, and you are vibrating at a low frequency. My friends, it is impossible, okay, for life to come out of death. And it's so important you understand this. I'm going to hit this first before we even move on. You've been lied to. You cannot take a beautiful, innocent, sweet lamb and slit its throat and spill its blood to forgive your sins. You cannot take the innocent and harm them and kill them and do evil and have a good resort. The Jehovah that Jesus did not teach, it said that the Lord sends good and evil. My friends, that he creates and destroys. That is not good. That is not God. You cannot call something good God if it can send evil, if it can do evil. And my friends, if your world is falling apart, there's good news, there's hope, and it's called Asha, the highest truth. The original monotheistic religion, Zoroastrianism, never taught a mixed God that could hate, war, kill, destroy, but it taught the all good spirit. And instinctively, as I'm saying that, you're feeling a stirring inside of you, an excitement, a hope. Could this possibly be true? Could God really be good? And think about that. So many people have said to me that my idea of God is too good. How can good be too good, my friends? And it's even better than we can even imagine. And that's the God I'm going to introduce you to, the loving Father of Jesus, the loving Father of the Magi. I want to start with Asha 1 from our holy text. And my friends, the number 1 is everything included. It's God, man, universe, mind, all in one. And when you can start to wrap your mind around the fact that you and God in truth are one, there's a divine spark in you. Understand this, a perfect creator created you. What else could he make but perfection? And then, my friends, you come down to Gaia, to the earth, and you take on a form, and you'll take on the DNA and the mind of your grandparents, of your parents, and yes, in your body and brain there might be hate and fear and greed and lust, but that is not who you are, my friends. You are perfect spirit. You are one with God, and that's why we're starting with Asha 1. It's 16 statements and teachings, and the statement is, Asha, I am God's thought. I live in God's idea. Think about that for a minute. I am God's thought. What are God's thoughts? I live in God's idea. Where does God live? Perfection. My friends, in truth, you are perfect, and this world is perfect. That's what is inside of you, and that's what can be. And when we can hold that vibration, Jesus said, verily, verily, I say unto you, he who holds my vibration, my original word, has God life. You can create God life, divine health, where you say sickness and disease dies when it touches me because I am divine health. I am divine life. Death cannot touch me. Me and my children are protected in light, and darkness cannot enter light. My friends, you can start to change your vibration and change the form and world around you. It goes on to say the whole universe vibrates. That's what it starts with. Isn't that beautiful? Ancient writings here, and it's saying the whole universe vibrates. We know that now, that everything is just energy, and it vibrates into a form. It says with expectant energy, for God is with child thought. My friends, our thoughts, they give birth. Our feelings that we hold, and the thoughts that we hold, that's what we create in our world. Just like our daddy, we are creative just like him. It says all throughout the celestial palace, the prospect of ever expanding good radiates, brilliant and bright. My friends, ever expanding good, that's the evolution. That's what is meant to be, and that's what will be, because that's what truly is. Stay with me for a minute. Evolution, ever expanding good. A perfect creator created it so that it's always evolving. You think it's good, but it can get better and better and better. But what's happened is the lie, the druge, the evil spirit has contaminated the mind, the vibration of man, and now there's a perverted evolution where you see animal eating animal, men fighting and warring and killing each other, and it's a perverted evolution. It's meant to be better, with more beautiful creatures and more beautiful things being birthed into the world. And that's what can be. That can be Asha, the perfect creator's perfect idea. That's an ever expanding good. We never get bored, my friends, because we're always growing in more beauty. It says the highest principle of good, God. So you got to understand this with Zoroastrianism and the Order of the Magi. Good and God are the exact same thing, and God means the highest principle of good. So it's saying the highest principle of good shines the light of observance on the dark waves. Okay, so this is where we create in that plastic medium by putting our focus, our light into that dark wave, into that medium. We're vibrating it, and we start to create that. And then it says in conformity to law. So by law, that desire that the wise Lord puts into that medium must come in to form. And then it's young, timeless, and it's beneficial to all. So beautiful, my friends. So the first thing you have to understand with Zoroastrianism, with the Magi, with the Christ, and this is a different Jesus probably than you've been taught, my friends. this is a Jesus that is all good, all love, all peace. He can do no harm. And he teaches the loving Father. When James and John said, let's call down fire from heaven and destroy this town that rejected our message, like they used to do in the Old Testament, what did Jesus say? He said, you don't know what spirit you are of, because good spirit can't do evil things, my friends. The God that is all good, Ahura Mazda we call him, that's who you're going to have to accept into your heart. There's a horrible danger, and I don't want to lose anyone here, so I'm being real careful with the way I choose my words, because we've just started this video and I know you need to hear this. But my friends, a lot of people in religion, they think of the devil as being the most dangerous thing. The devil is not that dangerous, because you can see exactly what he is. He's hate, he's fear, he's greed. And even though you might do some of those things, instinctively you know it's wrong. But where the deception comes is when they make these gods, these Jehovahs, these Allahs, these Shivas that are mixed, that they do good sometimes, they do bad sometimes, they love sometimes, they hate sometimes. And that's what our world looks like right now, because that's what the matrix world religions are vibrating in the world. That's what the politics are vibrating in the world. That's what the people are vibrating right now. It's mixed. And my friends, that's where the danger is, my friends. And that's why it's so important that we get this message of the all good spirit out, so that we hold these high vibrations. And then in Asha 2 it says to know only good. Why do we want to know only good? Because what we know we're intimate with. What we know is what we create. What we vibrate, we create. So we want to know only good, the highest good, not these mixed gods, because that's what our world will always look like. It says perceive and understand only the good, and your experience will be the same. If you want to experience good in your world, you've got to vibrate it from a heart level. It's not a show that you put on. You go to church on Sundays for an hour, you call yourself a Christian or a Muslim or a good Hindu or whatever. No, it's what you are, my friends, behind closed doors. You are unconditional love. You are peace and joy no matter what's going on around you, like the loving Father. It says, at all times be aware of your high standing. What does that mean? Remember that you are a child of that all good God, and you want to vibrate like He vibrates. He's our model, not the Jehovahs and the Allahs and the Shivas, but Ahura Mazda, the good spirit's our model, and we align with that energy. My friends, we do no harm. I've taught this, the order of the Magi. If there's a spider in the house, no matter how big and scary it is, we put it in a cup and we take it outside. We have a no harm, no kill policy. We try to always stay in joy and peace no matter how anyone else is acting around us. We want to stay in our true nature, and we want to teach others to do that. And that's what will bring world peace, my friends. That's what will change the world. Remembering who we are. In Asha 3, it says, I have the mind of Christ. And this is so important. Get this. It says, my only job is to align with and hold continuously in mind the attributes of God. So to do that, you have to know who God is. And I think by now you do. He's all good, love, peace, joy, kindness. And it says then we hold love. How do we do that? My friends, I started by thinking of something or someone that I love, and I just let that fill me, and I think about them and I feel that love, and you'll start to vibrate that. It'll put a smile on your face, and now you're vibrating love. And as we know, we've learned there's resonance, isn't there? And when we're vibrating something, we're a match for that. And so as you're vibrating and giving out love, it's attracted to you, and we start creating that in our atmosphere. We hold life and peace, joy, power, and freedom, and we are those attributes. And it says, my mind is God. So that divine spark, that Fravashi in us, is God. In truth, you are one with God. You are connected right now. Your consciousness, of course, is here in form, but you're also with your higher self, with good spirit. You are one with God. And when we align with that, my friends, that's what we create in our world. Good God in our world. Asha 4 says to create with word. What is word? A lot of people think it's their holy text, like their Bibles or their Qurans or their Gitas. And there is some word in many of those books, but there's a lot of things that aren't word, aren't they? We know from the stories and the history. But we create with word, with vibration, as we talked about in Asha 1. Everything is just energy vibrating in form. And so the Magi, and again, I don't want to lose anyone, I don't want to scare you, and so I'm going to use the word miracle, because we're used to that. We're used to the stories of Jesus performing miracles, Jesus praying, but the original monotheistic religion, Zoroastrianism, they used the word magic, and that's why the priests are called magi. The word magic comes from magi because they did miracles. But nowadays, with different movies and things, they've made magic sound like Harry Potter stuff or something. But it's miracles. It's working outside what seems the natural realm, being able to heal people, to do good magic, good miracles. Their prayers were called spells, and again, that scares people. But my friends, that's the original monotheistic religion before it branched off into the other religions, into Christianity, Judaism, Islam. The original monotheistic religion was Zoroastrianism, and this is the wording that they use. But we can say prayers instead. We can say miracles instead. That's fine. But as you start to read the Avesta in the different texts, you're going to see that. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. It says there are 4 powers, mental powers, concerned with forming. So this is how we do miracles. This is how we do magic in our life. And my friends, that's how we're designed to live. We're not designed to be sick and disease, to be in poverty, to be in pain, sickness and disease. We're children of God, and it's an injustice to us to be slaves, to be sick and diseased. My friends, it's an injustice to us, and we feel it deep inside of us. We're meant to work in magic and miracles and to create Asha, heaven on earth, in our lives. And this gives us 4 ways to do that. Number 1, it says temperance, self-restraint, by not sinning our thinking error. My friends, when we think error, when we think evil, lie, and illusion, and we hold feeling with that, that's what we're creating. And so the first thing we want to learn to do is not to sin, not to think error, not to do error, not to speak error. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's what we will create. Second, it says fortitude, strength in facing adversity without fear and without doubt. We can't be wavering. We have to hold our faith. We have to hold our focus on what we believe. If you think you're going to be well and healthy, you can't let your mind waver. You have to hold on to that idea. You have to vibrate that. You have to, even if you're in your body right now, you're sick, I want you to envision yourself being well. Play the movie in your mind. What would it look like if you're out doing the things that you can't do right now? See someone say to you, "Oh my God, you look so well and healthy today," and then hear yourself say back to them, "I feel great, thank you." And we start playing these new movies, these new ideas, and we start thinking of ourselves as being engulfed in light. There's a light in us, there's a light around us, and the darkness can't come into it. The evil spirit can't come into it. Sickness and disease cannot come into it, because by law we're no longer in resonance for it, because we're vibrating love and health and peace and joy. We've taken into us Ahura Mazda, the all good spirit. We're no longer possessed by the Jehovahs or the Allahs or the Shivas, the mixed gods that can be healthy sometimes and sick sometimes. They can love sometimes and hate sometimes. They can be in joy sometimes and depressed sometimes. We don't have that God in us anymore. We have the highest God, the highest truth, Asha, Ahura Mazda, the all good spirit. And when we're vibrating that, we're not in resonance for a mixed life. It goes on to say we need a reason, and this is one of the most important things in magic and miracles, a reason, and it's a basis or a cause for your belief. And we use Asha, the highest truth. So my friends, it's more than just saying, I'm well, I'm healthy. It's believing it, and to truly believe it, you have to have a reason to believe. So what is your reason? It's Asha, a perfect creator, created a perfect, healthy you and a perfect, healthy earth. What else could he create? And in truth, that's what it is. All the rest is lie and illusion and Maya. And now we're vibrating. We've taken into us Ahura Mazda, Asha, the Christ mind. We are vibrating these higher frequencies, and we're in resonance only for that. And those lower frequencies, by cosmic law, cannot come in anymore. And that's our reason. Then we need energy, a source of usable power. And that's God, the highest principle of good. My friends, it's so simple to change this world, to change your life. Okay, I think we'll stop there for today. We'll pick it up again tomorrow at Asha 5. And please come back and join us if you're enjoying this. Share this message with someone. And know I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Asha is the highest truth, and his light will shine on you. Asha is the highest truth, and his light will shine on you. The all good God that is love, will walk into you. Your words will lead me. Your thoughts will keep me safe in my own head. Asha is the highest truth, and his light will shine on you. Asha is the highest truth, and his light will shine on you. And we all are good, 'cause we are in this heaven, heaven on earth, create with words written on your mind, and a love Asha is coming to you. Asha is the highest truth, and his light will shine on you. Asha is the highest truth, and his light will shine on you. Asha is the highest truth, and his light has come.